Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this month's edition of Lyn Likes. I'm here at the Graves Library, and I am Miss Lyn. It's wonderful to see you here. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to having a conversation with you today, along with a couple of read-alouds about the topic shapes, and shapes in literacy, and how they inform our practice of reading and writing and mathematics. I think it's just everywhere. When you know your shapes and recognize them, it can promote all kinds of wonderful learning in all areas of learning. So I have a little display back here, and you can see I have stars, I have a book with circle and diamond, another book here that says circle round. One of my favorites that I hope to read to you today is called Mouse Shapes. And what's that? I know, a triangle, absolutely. And then another one here, a book by Denise Fleming called Go Shapes Go. And all of these books and more are here at the Graves Library for you to come and check out. I find that in my life as a teacher and an educator and a lover of books, that when I was learning about shapes many years ago, I found that it was probably one of my most favorite areas of mathematics, was to understand and know how shapes worked and interacted with one another. And I think, too, that there are many, many books out there that range from the very simplistic. This particular book by Carter Higgins and published by Chronicle Books is very simple. One word, a shape. You turn the page and it gives you another word and another shape. And when children are first learning shapes, I think it's wonderful to have that introduction of one on a page and not filling the page with many, many different shapes, or having shapes a bit obscure so that children might have to guess at them. As they get older, that's fun to do, absolutely. But as they're learning about them, incorporating colors and very simplistic shapes for them to become familiar with. And also, the triangle story. It's one about friendship and about caring and about how shapes can turn into different shapes, whether you're painting or drawing, or one minute you might have a triangular shape and it's maybe cut in half or cut in thirds, and it changes shape. And to have children understand that our world is filled with shapes. I remember taking my son out for rides in the car. We were doing errands, and he was always quick to point out the stop signs and the circle of the traffic lights, and it's just promoted a lot of good conversation between us as we'd be traveling. This book here by Denise Fleming with Go Shapes Go is a little more advanced story on shapes, because inside the author doesn't necessarily talk about circle, square, triangle, and show that very particular shape. She has really pulled things from our world. So a circle might be a round animal. Maybe it's a porcupine or something. And so then children are left to discern what that is and to really think about how shapes are filling our world and how they interact with them. So another story that I have here in my hand that I'd like to read aloud to you is something that I just absolutely love, because the readers that I have met here at Graves come in asking all the time for construction vehicle books. It's just, everyone loves them. They can relate to them. They're in our world and on the streets and at building sites and pass us as we go by in our vehicles. So I found this one. It's called Shape Up Construction Trucks by Victoria Allenby. And our publisher is Pajama Press. So special thank you to them. Let's go right in there. And what I like about this story is she has very clearly given us colors: red, green, yellow, blue. And as we read this book, you're going to see construction vehicles that are highlighted in areas where you can see different shapes, such as circles or rectangles. I thought that was very creative. Oh, there's our square right here in the window. All right, so let's take a peek at this book, which has Lovely end paper showing all the different construction vehicles. And the back cover, also another big vehicles. There we go. They sure are. Okay. It's also a book that I think can be used not just for very young children, because it might feel simplistic to you, or maybe some of you think that a board book is for just very young children, when in fact it doesn't have to be. And so I think this book can carry through many different ages. Shape Up Construction Trucks by Victoria Allenby. Dump truck coming through. I spy a triangle. How about you? Again, she's highlighted with red that very specific triangle on the truck. And I like that she's supporting children's learning with showing a different type of triangle. It's still a triangle, but it's different from this one. So as children age and continue to learn, grow and develop, it becomes recognizable to them. They know that term. And even though it's shaped just a wee bit differently, it still has 3 sides and it's a triangle. Road roller coming through. I spy a circle. How about you? And another story that it's this one right here. I'm sorry. This one right here that I have, Circle Round. Children start to identify round shapes, and they can say it's a round wheel or part of that construction vehicle, and it's still a circle. Lifting hook coming through. I spy a diamond. How about you? Concrete mixer coming through. I spy an oval. How about you? And it's a great book, and all these different construction vehicles. Here comes the crane. Crane coming through. I spy a square. How about you? Forklift coming through. I spy a rectangle. How about you? You can also play I Spy on this page for different shapes as well. It's a great interactive story. Excavator coming through. I spy a semicircle. How about you? Sometimes there could be even somewhat hidden shapes in our world. They're not as obvious at times when we're looking for them. Bulldozer coming through. I spy a trapezoid. How about you? Road sign flashing by. I spy a rhombus. Great word, rhombus. That's the other thing too. I think when we're learning about shapes, the vocabulary can just be so incredible and build such knowledge bases for children, and their ability to use them appropriately is always a good thing. And whoops, there you go. That was our rhombus. And finally, what will you spy? So the last page of this book is going to give you, the reader and the listener, your child, friend, to have an opportunity to spy circles and squares and half circles, which is lots of fun. And the piece with books that are nonfiction that I really like, especially when we're looking at shapes, is they give you 2 pages of back matter. They also go through rectangle, diamond, circle, oval, square by labeling the shapes. Rhombus, semicircle, triangle, trapezoid. And here in the back matter, it talks about honing the skills that children need to recognize letters and numbers, as we know they all have shapes. You can help your child learn what defines each shape. Go through this book and help your child count the number of sides and corners. Gather 20 or so toys and help your child sort them by shape. Used to love to do that. I'm sure you're already doing it, and it's a lot of fun. And again, play I Spy. I used to do that all the time with my son. We'd take a drive. We were looking for shapes, and I Spy is a great game in which to do that. And then play shapes. One person draws a simple shape, and the other makes it into a picture. That is great fun. Here we go. So all the back matter in this book. And again, Shape Up Construction Trucks. That's a good one. All right, if I can carefully, I'm not sure, but we're going to try. There we go. Thank you for your patience. I did it. All right, one more story, and it is called Mouse Shapes, one of my all-time favorites. It's written by Ellen Stoll-Walsh. She's the creator of Mouse Paint and Mouse Count. And let's see if we can we'll say a special thank you to Harcourt Books for being the publisher. And we'll take a look at the back cover. Oh boy. When three mice run from the cat and hide in a bunch of shapes, creativity breaks loose. Let's see what they've done to be creative. Mouse shapes. The mice were running from the cat. Hurry, said Violet. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Let's hide in here, said Martin. After a while, Fred said, "Phew, I think we lost him." It was a close call. Look, we've been hiding in shapes, said Violet. We can make things with them. Here's a square. A triangle on top makes it a perfect house for a little mouse. A triangle and a rectangle make a tree, said Martin. This circle is the sun. How creative. But these triangles are different, said Fred. Well, triangles are tricky, said Violet, but any shape with three sides is a triangle. Fred put two circles on a rectangle. It's a wagon for the little mouse in the house, he said. Two diamonds make a book for the little mouse to read, said Violet. I know, it's just so great and so creative. Here's one oval, two circles, and 8 triangles, said Martin. It's a fish. Watch out, the cat likes fish, said Violet. Hey, let's make the cat, said Fred. Violet put on the eyes and nose, Fred stuck on the ears, and Martin added the teeth. It looks just like the real cat, he said, only better. Just then, the real cat pounced. The mice ran away. Oh, they were running fast and didn't come back until the cat was gone. That cat's too sneaky, said Violet. If only we were bigger. I have an idea, said Fred. The clever mice got to work, and soon they made 3 big, scary mice. Just out of different shapes. Look, can you see? There we go. Wow. And they surprised the cat. Look at the cat's face. Uh-oh. The cat ran away fast. Oh, what a scaredy cat, said Violet. Now, what can we make for the little mouse in the house? It's time for lunch, said Fred. Let's make him some Swiss cheese. And so they did. If you don't know, friends, about Swiss cheese, it's a particular kind of cheese that has holes in it or circles. They were very creative. Mouse Shapes by Ellen Walsh. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me for this edition of Lyn Likes. I look forward to seeing you back here next month when we talk about board books. We have a wide variety here at Graves, and I look forward to digging into them and bringing them to you and talking about the benefits and why I like them. Again, thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Take care, and I'll see you soon.